The hardest part about copy trading is finding profitable wallets that can actually make you money. The process can take hours, days, even weeks, spending an endless amount of time scrolling through the top traders on GMGN, only to possibly come out with 0 candidates. It doesn't have to be like that. In this video, I will show you a new workflow, a 2-step simple workflow that I am using to find a consistent source of profitable wallets who can actually make you money. And then once you have those wallets, I'll show you what to do with them. Welcome back to CopyTrader, where we help you automate your trading strategy by copying the most profitable traders. We do our copy trading on the Solana and BNB networks because that's still the easiest place to make money copy trading. Over the last week, I've come up with a new system for finding a consistent source of profitable wallets. And the whole process takes less than 10 minutes. So no more scrolling through the top traders on GMGN, opening up traders up one by one. This will save you hours, maybe hundreds of hours of time, and allow you to faster get to those wallets that can actually make you money. Because time is money. And this sequence will allow you to have a constant source of incredible traders. And then once you have those traders, I'll show you exactly how to know which ones you can win with and which ones you can't. So if you're ready, smash a like on this video, and I'm going to jump to my computer and show you exactly what to do.
All right, so I'm here on my computer, and the workflow that I'm using to find the best wallets right now, wallets that are giving me consistent results in testing, and wallets that are then providing me with actual profit over time, are 3 tools. The first is the CopyTrader platform. The second is GMGN.ai, and the third is a new platform called AFK.fun. And the sequence actually starts here, because the first step in this process is to find the top performing tokens. And my favorite way to do that right now is using AFK.fun. So if you don't know what this platform is, it's a pump.fun auto sniper that will automatically buy into any pump.fun token based on the settings that you choose. And if you choose the right settings, then you can find strategies that would make you money on autopilot. And this is a brand new platform. I do know people who are making consistent profit using this platform. I'm not using it very much myself, as I'm more into copy trading. But if you do want to learn more about this platform and how to use it, then check out my last video, which is a full step-by-step tutorial. Okay, so how I'm going to use AFK.fun to find the top performing tokens is I'm going to create a new strategy. I'm going to create a new strategy where I don't input any restrictions. So basically, I'm going to buy into every single token launched on pump.fun within the first 2 minutes. And when I say buy into every token, I'm not actually going to buy into every token. But the beautiful thing about this platform is whatever strategy that you use, you can backtest that strategy. So the platform will go back in time and show you exactly what would have happened if you bought into every token which matched your criteria. But in this case, my criteria is to buy into every single token with no other restrictions. So it's going to go back in time and simulate what would happen if I bought into every single token. And we can do over the last 24 hours, 48 hours, or even 3 weeks. The longer you backtest, the longer it takes. And I'm looking for people who bought recently into tokens. So I'm going to check the last 2 days. I'm going to launch the backtest. I'm going to go back to my auto trading platform. And now it's going to be backtesting here. It's going to take about 3 minutes. Now, once that's done, you're going to see that I would have lost $265,000 if I bought into every single pump.fun token, regardless of what strategy I used, assuming a buy of $100. And I don't care about any of that because everyone knows that 95% of pump.fun tokens are absolute garbage. I'm only using this to find the top performing tokens. So now I can come here to view my strategy. And here you can see the different take profits that you could have used and what the outcome would have been. What I care about here is utilizing a very high take profit of 10,000%, which is a 100x from entry. So this will show me all the tokens that did a 100x in the past 2 days. And if I want more, I can find tokens that all did a 50x, or I can just search more tokens. So out of 19,000 tokens bought, 5 of them did a 100x, and I can click this button here to see what they were. And that's going to show me all the tokens in the last 2 days that did a 100x. This one doing a 494x. Now what I can do is open each one of these tokens up. I like to use Photon for this because it's my favorite platform to navigate and look through the charts. And I can zoom out. I can go to a 5-minute time frame and I can see and just verify that this was a legit
token and it wasn't a scam token. So I can quickly do that for all of these and decide which ones that I want to use in my research. So far these tokens are looking very, very good. And the whole goal of this is just, I want to find the best performing tokens so I can find the wallets who all performed very well in these tokens, because I want to be copy trading people who are buying into the best tokens consistently. So I've gone through all of these tokens and they all look legitimate. Just as AFK.Fun said, if you got here on launch, you would have definitely made a 100x, in this case, almost a 400x. So now I have the 5 tokens that I want to use in my research. And this is a really cool trick that you can use AFK.Fun for, but honestly, I really do recommend checking out AFK.Fun for general auto trading. You can create different settings and find smart wallets and then backtest to find setups that will actually make you money. And it does it all while you sleep. And while this is definitely a new platform, it's definitely going to be improved over time and something I'm going to be talking about more in the future. If you're interested in using this platform, or you just want to use this platform to implement this workflow that I'm talking about now, there will be an invitation link to this platform in the description below. So now I've got my top performing tokens, it's time to move on to the next step. So the next step is to rip from these tokens the absolute best traders. You can do this for free with GMGN, or you can do this at a higher level with a paid tool like CopyTrader.com with 2 R's. We'll start with the free version. What you're going to want to do is use the link in the description below to access GMGN. Make sure you're on the Solana chain. Go to CopyTrade, go to this new section here called Radar. And this is a very interesting thing that GMGN added. And basically, you can find all the wallets who all bought into the same set of tokens. So I'm going to come here, delete all these tokens that they have here. I'm going to come back to AFK and I'm going to input each one of my tokens which I found. I'm going to do that one by one. And then now I have all 5 inputted in here. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to click confirm. It's going to work its magic and it's going to show me all the traders who bought into all of these tokens. Now what you will get with this tool is you will get those wallets like this one most likely who have 3,000 transactions in the last 7 days. So they're buying into a token every few minutes. So the likelihood that they're buying into the top performing tokens is simply high because they're buying into pretty much every token. These are like volume bots. I tend to want to avoid these, even though it can be tempting to try to crack them and figure out how to copy trade them. I find it's just not worth the time. So I'm going to come back to GMGN.ai, go back to the radar. I'm going to go off the most bought section. I'm going to click highest profit because it's very interesting to me. So these are going to be the most profitable wallets who bought into these tokens. You're going to see how many of them they bought into. So what I can do now is I can use these filters here to find wallets who had at least a 7-day profit and loss of 5%. And in this case, I'm not seeing that many good wallets here, but here's one who looks pretty decent, has some really nice big wins, long hold times. They look to be like a real trader, trading a few times every day. They definitely lose a lot, but when they win, they seem to win pretty big, like this 412% win, 314, 596. So these are honestly the types of traders who you can make the most money with. They're not the most glamorous. You have to absorb a lot of losing, but over the course of a month, you would have had some really, really nice wins. And assuming the slippage is low, which I'll show you later, with their 23% return on investment, you could have maybe made a 15% return on investment, but I'll show you exactly how to figure out whether or not you could have won with this wallet later. So this is our first prospect. You can open this one up as well. Okay, we see 31 tokens over 7 days. Really good return on investment over 7 days. Decent over 30 days, not as good as I want to see. Still holding on to a lot of losing tokens. Another trader who's going to get you big wins, who's also going to get you big losses. And who's trading about once or 2 times per day. But these are honestly sometimes the best options. Honestly, this wallet is not doing it for me. So I can check this last one here. Here we have another really high volume wallet. And I'm just going to stay away from this one because while you can find ways to win with these wallets, it's very, very difficult. So from GMGN.ai on the radar, we found one profitable prospect. We could continue to go through these tabs and just continue to check out some of these wallets. But honestly, there was nothing that I really liked. This is the only prospect I found here. But if you do this enough, then over time, you're going to find more and more prospects. However, if you're willing to invest in tools like CopyTrader, that's going to allow you to take things to another level and find a lot more wallets, which you could potentially copy and make money. And I'm going to show you exactly how I do that right now. So on CopyTrader.com, you will find a suite of copy trading tools. Now, unlike GMGN, this is not free, but at the end of the day, you do get what you pay for. And the return on using these tools, whether it be for how much time it saves you or how much more profitable it helps you become, is definitely worth the price tag. So when I'm finding traders on CopyTrader.com, there are wallet indexes. So there's a Solana wallet index and a BNB wallet index, where every single day profitable wallets are being scraped from the network and added to this index with all of their stats. And this grid contains right now 13,500 wallets that you can filter through based on anything you want. And this can be a really, really powerful way to find wallets very quickly, especially wallets who hold for a long period of time and have at least a certain amount of trades. But for the case or sake of this video, we're going to be finding our own wallets from these 5 top performing tokens. So my favorite way to do this right now on CopyTrader is to use some of the tools which you can find here. So you can find from any individual token. You can find the earliest buyers, you can find the latest buyers, you can find buyers who bought with a small amount of money, which is very advantageous when copy trading because the slippage is very small. You can find top traders by profit or top traders by volume. But what I'm looking for right now is I'm going to look for the early buyers, I'm going to look for the top traders by profit and loss, and I'm going to look for the top traders who bought with a small amount of money. That's going to give me these 3 tools, which are available for any blockchain. But right now we are working with Solana, but everything we're doing here can be done for BNB, Ethereum based, even Monad, even though nobody trades on Monad anymore. But BNB I find to be very, very good for copy trading at the moment, and there'll be more videos on that in the future. But all I'm going to do here, very simple, is I'm going to take each token one by one, and I'm going to scrape for the first 500 buyers of that token. So we found 271 unique wallets, and now it's going to analyze those wallets. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go to the next tool, which is going to show us the top profit and loss, minimum profit and loss of 50, maximum of 5,000, with the max unrealized to be 1,000. And I'm going to scrape for the last 2 days. And I found 53 top traders. Some of them are labeled Binance and API, which this tool uses. And when you are using or scraping the best traders or the best tokens of the day, this tool is going to be especially powerful. It's going to find people who made a lot of money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort them by trade count. And now I'm going to go to the next one, and I'm going to put in our token into the small buyer tool. I'm going to say I want to find buyers who bought with less than $70 because they don't have a big price impact on the chart. So even if they have a 10% return on investment, if they're buying with less than $70, it's likely that I can copy them and make money. So we're going to analyze that. We're going to let that run. It found 353 small buyers, and it's going to analyze those right now. And while we're waiting for these to be done, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to start checking out some of these wallets. So we've got our one prospect right now in GMGN, and now we've got 53 other prospects that we can go through. So what you can do, actually, what I like to do is you can export this as a CSV. You can come in here, you can copy all of these wallet addresses, because opening each one of these up in GMGN would be kind of annoying. Then I'm going to come to the bulk wallet analyzer. I'm going to analyze all of these wallets at the same time for Solana using Bird Eye, and that should be relatively quick. Okay, so this one is done here. So we can filter through here using the filters. You can find people with a return on investment, which is positive, a win rate of above 40%. You can choose whatever you want. We want a Solana balance of at least 0.3. We want a median hold time of at least 0.6 minutes, so they're not trading too fast. We want some total trades, at least 11 total trades. And honestly, not that many options here from the first tool, but that's okay. Let's see what we have here. I can open each one up in GMGN, and we can take a look. We got one here, which honestly don't love it. Got one here, which looks really, really good by stats. Nice distribution over 30 days. Looks like a real human trader. Hold times are pretty decent. They are holding onto some tokens, so that could manipulate their stats, but some nice wins here, some medium-sized losses. This is definitely a trader which we can possibly win with. They're not that good. I'm not that excited about them, but they will make it to the next round. And so we have another one here. It looks a little bit cleaner. Nice hold times. Nice wins. Looks like a normal trader as well. Doesn't look like a bot of any sort. 44 tokens a week. This trader has a nice return on investment over the course of a week and a month. So this is a very promising trader, honestly. Really, really promising. So they make it to the next round. And then we got this one here who, they look okay. They look decent. The hold times aren't that great. They're not that bad. We could check them later. Not that bad. So we found some good wallets here. We found 3 that we liked, 1 that we didn't. So we can just say that we checked this, and we can check these and say high return on investment. We can just mark them, and I'm marking them so that if I check them or I check another token later in the future, I don't have to recheck these wallets because it will show me that I've already checked them. And everything that I'm saving here is automatically saved to my account under my saved wallets here. And whatever I categorize them as, I can go through and I can filter through to find those types of wallets. So it's very useful. We found 3 good traders from the bulk wallet analysis. And now we can come back and look at the results from a small buyer tool. Now I love this tool because it's finding traders who are buying with a very small amount of money. Therefore, they have a very small price impact on the chart. Small price impact on the chart means very, very low slippage. Very, very low slippage means you are able to match their return on investment very, very close. So this is
one of my favorite tools. I can see already some really good candidates here. We've got one here with a pretty decent return on investment, a little bit of a lower win rate, but I'm going to go through, I'm going to filter as always. Let's get that win rate above 40, total return on investment at least 10. I would say median hold time at least 30 seconds. That gives us 11 results, and I can come in once again, open up these in GMGN. Let's go through, open all of them up. And then we will take a look at the results. One wallet with only one buy, no good. Another wallet with the same buy. We got this wallet that's also very, very new, too new, useless to me. We got this wallet, which is the one we saw before, which I think that's a prospect. So I'm going to throw that one over there. We got this one, which is not that good. Not that good, honestly. Not that good over the last week. Got this one, who hasn't been trading very often, but when they do, they're pretty good. But this is a 3-day-old wallet, even though it says 251 days for some reason. I'm going to get rid of that. 2-day-old wallet, I'm going to get rid of that. I don't trade new wallets because they don't have enough data to know if they are going to make you money or not. So we can get rid of that. This wallet is 108 days old, but barely trading, and get rid of that. Then we got this nice one here, the pretty good return on investment. And if you see here, you see the buy size, $8. Can guarantee that when they buy, the price doesn't move whatsoever unless they're copying someone else or unless other people are copying them. This is not the best wallet, but that's all right. We'll just throw it over there. And then we've got this wallet here, which is not very good. And this is the wallet that we found with the other tools. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candidates, 7 prospects, and we haven't even checked the early buyer tool. Then I do the same thing for the early buyer tool, filter. I open them up in GMGN. This first wallet is actually very, very, very good. This is an alpha wallet. This is an insider. It looks like a pretty new wallet, but this wallet is making serious money with very little downside. The next one is nothing special. The next one after that is actually quite good as well. Very, very good. Really nice wins, big wins, decent hold times. Buying big, so slippage might be an issue, but maybe we can buy in a dip. The strategy analyzer will tell us what to do. So now there's 2 more. That one doesn't look great. That one doesn't look great. And that's everything. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 potential wallets that we can make money from copy trading. And that's from checking only 1 out of the 5 tokens we found. So imagine if you checked all 5. Imagine if you used some more of the tools like finding top traders by volume, finding the latest buyers. You could get even more. So let's imagine I did the other 4 tokens, which I'm not going to do right now, but you can imagine how we could easily have 25 possible candidates to copy trade. And that's fantastic. And now what we can do is we can go through them one by one and see which ones we can win with and which ones we can't. And that is the essence of the CopyTrader tools, because you're not just finding wallets and then trying to copy them by guessing, because 95% of the time that won't work. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the Pro Tools. We're going to open up the CSV generator. And what this is going to do is this is going to take all of the price data or that trader or whatever trader you want for however many trades you want. You can pick the last 200 trades, and it's going to scrape the price that they bought at and then the price movement of the token throughout the entire token from the moment they bought until the moment the token reaches present state where there are no more trades and no more price data to process. So we're going to know exactly what happened throughout the life cycle of the trade from the moment they bought it for every single token that this trader has traded. And with that information, we can run it through the strategy analyzers, which will analyze 120,000 possible combinations of entry, whether immediately or on a dip, any take profit and any stop loss, and whether or not to copy the trader's sell, and tell you what the result would be with every combination. So you could know, 1, if you could win with that trader, and if you can, then what settings to use. So I'm not going to make you sit through all of it, but basically I would just run this. It will process pretty quickly. Now this trader has only traded 34 times, so we're only going to get 34 trades. That's all they have traded. And the more trades you have, the more data you have, the more reliable the results. Now I'm going to download the CSV. It's going to gather the age of the token at the time of each purchase, and you can see down here the slippage that you would get with that trader. So that's actually incredible. Let me look at the buy size of this trader. The buy size is pretty small. Let's open up one token and actually look at what it looks like, because the slippage with this trader is non-existent. That means that nobody else is copy trading them.
And this is actually the token which we checked from afk.fun. So no one else is copy trading this trader, which is great. And we can come through here. We got to go to a 1 second chart when we're looking at the trader's trades. And there you can see, wow, this is a really incredible trade actually. And like I said, the trader seems to have pretty much no price impact on the chart. There's really no slippage at all, which means no one is copying him. And that's exactly what was reflected in our CSV generator. So I've downloaded that CSV data, and that's pretty much a numerical representation of every single trade. So where they entered and where the price went until the price eventually went to zero. With this data, our algorithm can basically be looking at every trade and then run the analysis to show what would have happened if we traded with that trader. And it does all of this with hyper accurate slippage, fees, everything, every real life scenario that you can imagine. So we can turn on so we can come to the strategy analyzers. You can simulate if copying the trader sell or not and compare which one's better. But basically you just upload the CSV that you created. Choose your buy size, whatever that may be. You choose your slippage, which we saw was very small. I'll put 2 just in case. Choose your fees. We're probably going to lose 4% to fees, but you can calculate all of this with our free fee calculator. And once you do that, you can put in a latency percentage. So that just says like, I'm just going to imagine that there's going to be a 4% extra loss on every trade because of stop loss being slow or just things that are unanticipated. But in this case, for this trader, we can make that a little bit lower. We can choose how many times we want to buy per open position or per token. We're going to keep it at all buys. We're going to analyze that now. That's going to show us if we bought at a 0% entry, so that's immediately when the trader bought. He used a 320% take profit and a 10% stop loss, that we would have had a 33% win rate and at a 38% return on investment, which is really good. You could see the results of every single trade, and then you can see the cumulative chart, what would happen over time. And honestly, I don't love it. You're hitting stop loss a lot until you get those big wins. You can also check out market cap insights. And as you can see, we would lose every trade above an $89,000 market cap. So what we can do is we can do a lot with this information. There's also token age insights. So what we can do is we can come to our manual strategy tester and we can take a look at what it would be like to skip those market caps. And we can increase our stop loss a little bit because 10% is a little bit too low for my liking. So we can say maximum entry market cap, 89,000. We can retest. And then we see our ROI goes up significantly, skipping those losing trades. And chart looks a little bit better. But honestly, this is not enough data for me to really feel confident in running this strategy. I need to see some more trade data. And also, again, we can eliminate even more trades. We can max out at $43,000 market cap, improve everything a little bit more. But then we're just getting into less trades. We're skipping 9 now, but we're increasing our return on investment and our win rates. But still, it's a very small chart. I like to see charts with at least 50 trades. This trader has only made 34 trades, so there's nothing we can do about it. But I do think this is a good trader, and I do think they will make us money long term. At the end of the day, we could come to our all combinations tab, which is here, and we can see all combinations. So we can go for like a higher return on investment, and actually that's the best we can do. But we can see if there's any better win rate options. So minimum 60% win rate, there's none. Minimum 40. There are some, but the return on investment goes down a lot. So honestly, I think what it gave us, the best strategy, is pretty good. We can test and see if we can apply a trailing stop loss to that to improve it even more. So 0, 320 take profit. We're going to say 15% stop loss. Got our slippage, our fees, all buys, max entry market cap. And then we're going to see if a trailing stop loss could improve things, and it really could. So we were at 53, and adding a trailing stop loss of 50% brings our win rate up to 60 and our total return on investment up to 68, which is really good. So this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm doing this. So now I'm going to come back. It may seem like a lot, but it's not that bad. Now I'm going to add in our trailing stop loss with a 0% trigger, 50% drop from peak. And I'm going to test this again, and then you see it gets even better, a little bit better. We can come in now. The chart hasn't changed at all, but it made us a little bit more money than before. And honestly, I think that long term, if this trader keeps trading on this wallet for another 26 days, we would make money with this trader. I mean, I would feel confident risking my money on that. And that's what I'm going to do for every single one of these traders.
And that's all we can do is analyze the historical data to come up with a strategy to then use in the future. And there's no guarantees, but it's a lot better than just guessing. We can see every combination of entry, take profit, and stop loss. And what you haven't seen here is that we don't have to enter immediately. We can be entering trades on a dip, which can oftentimes give us a better return on investment than usual. But we found some really good traders here, and then we only checked one profitable token. So if we check the other 4 profitable tokens, imagine how many good traders we could come up with to copy trade and actually make money. This is the difference between people who make money and people who don't, is going through these processes, going through these steps. And it's really easy. Honestly, anyone can do it. There's no bullshit here. There's no magic. I can't fake this. And if you have the patience to see a strategy out, even when it's not going well, eventually the strategy will come through. And if it doesn't, then you retest and you figure out why. But that's it. I'm not going to go on anymore. This is what I'm doing. This is what is working. Anyone can do this. And if you want to learn even more about this, get even more granular steps to this process and more copy trading advice, then on CopyTrader.com, if you sign up to use the tools, which I just showed you, we have an absolutely free copy trading course that is included in that will teach you literally everything you need to know step by step. Because it's my goal to help as many people as possible make money copy trading, make a full-time living copy trading, change their lives. Because I love this game and I truly, truly believe in it.
If you enjoyed this video, give us a follow. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you a copy trading strategy that barely anyone knows about, that people are using to make insane amounts of money right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.